All right. So I was thinking about this intro to this PowerPoint, and I know the first thing you're thinking of is like, oh no, a PowerPoint, another PowerPoint. So I also thought of some things like those stack of papers sitting on your desk that are just waiting to be graded. When you have to stay for afternoon detention, Wednesday morning duty, is that what you're doing? Let's see, that 1 minute between 2:59 and 3 o'clock. So these are things that seem like they never end, right? Just never ends, never ends. Hopefully this PowerPoint will not seem that way. I hope not. But another thing that we're finding out through our class is that another thing that is never ending is school improvement. We're always supposed to be improving and getting better and all that kind of stuff. So, are we there yet? Never. Never with school improvement. Probably never with lesson planning and grading papers and waiting on that 1 minute for the bell. Okay, so what we're having to do is take what they call the 7 correlates of effective schools. And we're going to show you how school climate can play a part in school improvement. So that's kind of what our PowerPoint is about, hopefully. We also have a plot twist. Ooh, plot twist. That's the part you're covering. Yeah, so to cover this, during this presentation, Lori Miller, our Spanish teacher, and I, yours truly, Mary Mara, art teacher, will be talking to you about the survey results, how it connects to the correlates, things that we might do to improve, because remember, school improvement, never ending, never ending. So are we there yet? No. And then the plot twist, we're going to give you the results of the student survey. Yes, and you see how it all compares. And we have some interesting results. We really do.
All right, those are the 7 correlates, and if you're going to have an effective school, research has proven that you have to address each one of these. They, each one of them directly impacts student learning and achievement. They work with each other to be effective. There's 2 levels of them. A lot of schools report that, yes, we've achieved these, we've done school improvement, we're good, what now? Well, then they go and do a second level where you address them, but within different parameters. And this is what we had to look at, and this is what the questions that those of you who answered the survey, they address that.
Yes, and thank you, those of you that took the survey. Thank
So
you,
much.
thank you, thank you. And thank you for being here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the survey said we had 13, lucky 13 members of the school staff and faculty took this survey. We were given the survey, it's the American School Climate Survey, teacher version 2006.
While it was a small sample, we must say you were all a very positive group.
Yes.
And you'll see why. 13, 62%, 38% female. And your education levels.
Oh yeah, we're a very highly educated group here. A lot with bachelor's and master's. That's a doctorate from.
Yeah, there's a doctorate from here.
Okay. Out of the 13, 100% that took the survey were white. English was the primary language, and we, of course, we had the 13.
Positive points in it. Everyone agrees the school's a safe place. That was almost across the board. Students at this school fight a lot. No one felt that was a real issue. Yes, we have them, but it's not a major concern here. Agree that teachers foster a supportive climate, and we're preparing students to be productive citizens.
Okay, this was a great one. I thought that 12 of us thought that teachers at some time we had deterred bullying, which is sad that bullying happened, but at least we were able to deter it. 9 believe that teachers are fair to students. 12 look forward to coming to work most days. So I guess we're all happy to be here, hopefully, if we have the 13 in here. And 12 of us. But yeah, I don't know who the one is. We couldn't see that, but
There were some of them were like, who's this person? But they had no way of knowing. So.
maybe they were having a bad day. Okay. We had all these positive points, but we did have some areas of concern. Such as, and this is not going to be new to you, that you would benefit from some district-wide PD. That we have not met most of our students' parents. We kind of agreed on that. So then we had some solutions maybe to some of these problems.
Of course, trying to get more PD from the district. That's something that we need to work on. But also, Are there ways that we can in-house take care of more PD? I've been in schools where, you know, we went to faculty and said, some of y'all are experts in certain things, or you have more knowledge than other people in things that we need to be doing in our classes. Is this something that faculty can share with each other? And we conducted PD sessions within the school by the faculty members. It may be regular long hour ones, but we also had things that we called Tech 10s. So when, you know, back when cloud storage was first coming out, and there were teachers who didn't understand what that was, we go and have PD sessions that got put into, you know, STIs. We got credit for it. Teachers go in and teach other teachers about cloud storage, teach about Dropbox, teach them how to use this particular app in a class that, you know, would work in your content area. So we made it in-house PD, and it worked really well for us, and that's something that, you know, could help us with needing more of that.
And we're going to be having parenting night. It was great that you announced parenting night, so we can now say we've got parenting night scheduled. So we will be meeting some of the parents, which is great. And we understand that, you know, having parents involved at high school is kind of a tricky thing. You know, but I know you came up with a good idea.
Well, something else I've seen done, and this is something that would have to be done before school started, it's similar to parent night, but it's an open house that you do maybe the Sunday before school starts, and you're up there for an hour, just like we are. And that gives, from the get-go, parents a chance to meet the teachers. We give out syllabus to the students then. We get contact parent from students then. Ninth graders who've never been to the school, that's their chance to run through their schedule, so when they walk in the first day, they know where to go. There's less confusion in that respect. And because the parents have that contact with us from the very beginning, they may be less hesitant to contact, and vice versa, we might be less hesitant to contact them. So that's something I've seen that we've done that has worked elsewhere too, so that's a consideration.
Okay, so now we got to go back to those correlates, and we got to say, okay, this is how we can connect our survey to the correlates. We kind of chose that some of our positive correlates were safe and orderly environment, which for me was great because we all seem to feel safe here, positive here. We had very high marks within our faculty that we trusted the students, that we felt the students trusted us, that we cared about the students, which for me I thought was great, and that we do have a climate of high expectations. We had a lot of teachers say that yes, we expect our students to go on to like community college or college, and that they will be successful. And of course, our things we need to work on, I've got instructional leadership just because of trying to get that PD in there, and then the homeschool relationships, which hopefully we take care of some of that during parenting night.
Yes, when you look at the survey, there was one person who said, yes, I know my students' parents. I mean, like, almost all of them. Everyone else strongly disagreed, pretty much across the board. So that was something that we really felt needed to be addressed.
But overall, it was very positive. Oh, the twist.
Plot twist. This was not part of our original assignment, but we didn't feel that the information from the teacher survey was useful unless we knew what the students thought also. And there's a companion survey to this with a lot of the same questions are geared towards the same topic that's specifically for students. So I gave it to the students in my class. Roughly 105 students that took the survey, so it was, you know, not all the students, but it's a much larger sampling than what we ended up with the teacher survey. And this is what we came up with. Okay. 67% feel safe at school. Now, when you were talking to them individually, they pretty much feel that way, but there were
I gave like a little pilot survey to my sculpture class. It was like 5 questions to fill it out and see if there was any interesting connections. And one of the things is they felt safe, but then when I talked to them about it, they brought up a really good point. They said like some of our doors would not lock. One student was like that. Another student said, well, I just feel like some students I'm kind of scared of some of the other students. And when I talked to that student, it was more about like how they looked and dressed, that kind of thing.
which we've seen.
Yeah.
We've seen that this year. 41% feel that students trust their teachers. That's, you know, I mean, that's good, but it's a far cry from what the teacher said about what they thought. So there's a big disconnect there. 86% said they plan on going to college or community college. In the teacher survey, we were like, yeah, our kids can handle it, and we know that a lot of them expect to. So that was good. Areas of concern. 38% have seen bullying at least once per month. On the teacher survey, 12 to 1 said they stopped bullying. Only 27% of the kids say that they see it stopped. So they're not seeing what we think we're doing. What can, how can we address that? 50%, their options were agree, strongly agree, not sure, disagree, strongly disagree. 50% of the students flat out said disagree. So that's something that we need to look at. 47%, what?
Yeah, this one is the one that bothered me because we think that we are fair to the kids. They don't think that we are. But maybe they've just taken a bad test. I don't know. There's a lot in this survey that you don't know their mindset and what they've just experienced and that kind of thing. But, to me that one's disappointing.
I would like to have seen this worded a little bit different because the way it's worded, teachers are not fair to everyone. That's every single child. And I feel like students are going to think of one instance when they've seen one thing, and that's going to be a disagree for the whole thing. So I would like to have seen that one worded a little bit differently and see if we get more accurate on that. Okay, they're kids, they're students. 57% disagree. They look forward to coming to school most days.
But we like to
I'm
be
not
here.
surprised. Yes,
But
teachers,
12 of us like
100%
to
we
be
look forward. On the teacher survey, 100% we look forward to being here. They're teenagers, but
But then we got some better results, like when they were talking about they enjoyed their class or something like that. That was a little bit better.
Yeah, as they were doing the survey in my class, I kind of listened in as they were talking, and there were a lot of, well, in this class or this teacher, there were a lot of, if there was some sort of condition imposed on it, their answer would be very different. But when they felt like it was an all or nothing, then it was an answer that would skew towards the negative is what they ended up going with. So those are things, if we were to do this again, I'd like to see those questions worded a little bit differently. If we were to do this again.
Yeah, if we were to do it.
I bet if start time was a little later too, they would be like, I'm good with coming.
Which some places are doing, it's down along California. They signed it in the law this week.
And I wonder if we'd given it like during homecoming week when they're all happy about doing all this stuff, if it had been different. I don't know.
That's true.
Our thing might have been lower though. During crazy
That's
homecoming
true.
break.
That's true. So, those are the things that we saw that we pinpointed that were positive, that were negative, that maybe we needed to consider working on. So, that's it.
Any questions or anything? We have lots of data we can share. If you want to know like the full set of data, I'll be glad to share it. We're just trying to hit the high points, but I'll be glad to share.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.